Hi, I'm Basil, and 3 years ago I made a comic website so that I could share my ideas with the world. It's been a lot of fun, but it's starting to seem silly to separate my work into two different places, so I'm merging the website so it's all here on YouTube now. What you're about to see is old art, so be wary. It might be a shock to see where I started from. The first half of this video will be the comics with some music, and the second half will be those same comics but with artist commentary, so you can pick which you'd like to see more. Or watch the whole thing and get both experiences. It's up to you. With that out of the way, let's get to it. Looking back at this comic, it's been a while. I drew these before the date stated, but I didn't publish them until then. So while this says it's a 2017 piece, it was more like a late 2016 drawing. My point is, a lot has changed since then. For starters, my canvas size greatly increased. Here the canvas is abhorrently small. Now I use a much larger canvas with better pixel count. It helps a lot. This comic was just to establish a base for the rest of them in the future. To set a premise, really, and I think I did an okay job at that. Even all these years later, I don't think I would change my method of introduction. This fishing comic is a whole year younger than the last you saw, 2017 versus 2018. I implemented the larger canvas at this point, so you can see that it allowed much more detail to be added to the comic. In that sense, it's better than the first. Not to mention things like shading is different and my nose actually looks like a nose. This was inspired by a fishing trip I went on. Hours of silence on the ice lets your mind wander, and this is where it ended up, with the idea that Penn would take a different approach to fishing than I do. A much different approach. Taking a look at this comic again, there are things that I would change, mostly the faces are kind of flat, but other than that, there's a lot of things I'm still proud of. This is 2019's January comic. It features Roxanne and Bruin. There is so much about this piece that I'm still in love with. There are a few things that I wish I had changed. Mostly I was still trying to figure out how to draw my profile, so in these comics it tends to be a little bit wonky. Other than that, I'm very happy with the shading. I love the expressions, I love my stupid humor in this piece, and it's the kind of comic that I can see myself being proud of for years and years to come. But who knows? Now, that being said, I would like to bring some attention to Roxanne's outfit. I love it. It's like 90% of the reason I love this comic so much. I mean, look at her. She's more fashionable than I will ever be. Period. So those are just three of the many comics that I have done, and they're really what started me publishing my work. So they're the whole reason I'm on YouTube, basically. I'd love to know what you guys think of them, and with that, I'll see you guys next time.